Consistency is the key, bro. One step at a time. Everything you're trying to build is not going to come to you overnight just because you know you're meant for it. Just because you know that you have the skills to actually make it happen does not mean that because you're already that person, it's just going to happen overnight. No, you need to build it. You need to stay consistent and actually take the steps necessary to build it. For example, right, with the content I'm making right now, if my first ever video would have just blown up, a bunch of people viewed it, a bunch of people start actually looking up to me, they want to start watching new videos and stuff, but there's nothing else for them to watch. So now they're just waiting for me to upload. By the time I do upload again, who knows if they'll even know? Who know? They might even have forgot about me at that point. But no, the fact that day by day I am building my catalog, I am adding more and more videos, making more and more music. By the time I actually do get noticed, there's already a whole catalog. There's a whole bunch of stuff for people to look on. And on top of that, as long as I'm staying consistent and I keep going every single day, they'll never run out of stuff to watch. There will never be a limit to what I'm creating. Like, you have to stay consistent with it. For example, think of a house. Someone wants to build a house, right? Let's say they spend like 1 or 2 days building that house. They get a little bit of progress done. They got the foundation down and everything. Start to get the walls built up and everything. They got a little bit of progress, but then they're like, I don't feel like doing this today. I don't feel like doing that. Like I did enough work now. Like I'm gonna wait for some results before I put any more work in. And then they see that there is no results because the result of building that house is having comfort, having a roof over your head. But the only way to actually get there is if you keep adding the pieces. You can't just add a couple pieces and expect to get the result you're looking for. Like, obviously, my overall goal of content, I want to actually have a big influence on people. I want to actually reach a large amount of people and actually be able to help people change their lives. But I understand for me to do that, I have to stay consistent and keep adding the pieces to this every single day, or at least every other day. Like, yeah, you ain't got to treat yourself like a robot and just fucking push yourself off the edge, but, bro, consistency. Anything you create takes consistency. Anything. And the bigger the creation is, bro, the longer it can take to create, too. Like, for example, something simple, right? Let's say rolling a blunt. Rolling a blunt is a simple creation. It takes a couple minutes, but it also doesn't have much to offer either. It only takes a couple minutes to create a blunt. But that blunt, it's what, you gonna get high for a couple hours? It's not even actually gonna benefit you at all. It's actually taking away from you health-wise and everything. Some things, yeah, they can be created a lot quicker. But are they really bringing anything to you, or are they actually taking away? The things that are actually going to be beneficial to you in the long run are going to take a longer time to create. And the only way you can actually create it is consistency. You can't just work on something once, two, maybe 3 times, and then you ain't seeing results, so you just give up on it. Like, bro, that's not how it works. Like, bro, you know how long I've been making music, content, stuff like that for? Bro, probably the past 5 years now I've been doing this shit. And I didn't even start really getting consistent with it until like the past year or two. And even then I haven't been consistent. Like, bro, you can look at my videos right now, you'll see like it was maybe every month, maybe every couple months I'd upload a video. And it's like, when I was younger, maybe a couple years ago, I was really consistent. But you know what's funny? Back in like 2021, 2022, I believe, when I actually was consistent, I used to post on TikTok all the time. Constantly was posting on TikTok. I actually blew up back then. I ended up getting 15 million on one of my TikToks because I threw a concert in my school bathroom and everything. Principal tweaked out about it and everything. Got a video of it. Went viral. Got 15 million. The concert itself got like 1 million. All my videos after that on TikTok was getting like a couple 100,000 views every video. I was up. It finally happened. The consistency had paid off from all that posting constantly every day. Finally, there was that one video that took off, and now all my shit was going off. You want to know how I fell off? I stopped being consistent. I got too comfortable. I seen all those views. I seen all the traction. Like, all right, we good now. Wasn't really staying consistent with the posting. Before I know it, all it took was I posted I think one video within the span of a week. All it took was going that whole week without posting for me to go try and post another video and ended up getting 300 views. So you could literally be consistent, extremely consistent, make a shit ton of progress, Build a bunch off of that consistency. And then if you stop being consistent, you can lose it all. You have to stay consistent. You can't just stay consistent for a little while, see a little bit of results, and then be like, all right, we good. We can relax now. Like, yeah, like I said, you're not a robot. You want to take time to actually rest. You want to take time to relax, but do it in the right ways. Like some things, bro, you bullshitting yourself. Like some things, you're not even doing it to rest, bro. You're doing it because you don't feel like doing it, bro. Like you honestly just being lazy, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, like, bro, content. Like at the end of the day, for me to make a video every day or two, is that really hard for me to do? No, like no, it's really not. Like yeah, there might be days where I wake up and I'm like, I don't feel like doing this shit today. I don't feel like I got the energy, bro. I always got the energy because at the end of the day, if someone comes up to me and they start venting to me, they need help with some problems that they're going through and stuff like that. Naturally, with the person I am, I'm going to give them the best knowledge I can. I'm going to give them the best information I can to actually help them in their situation. So if I'm capable of doing that at any given time, I am capable of doing the same thing through a video at any given time. So when I tell myself I ain't got the energy to do this and that, bro, that's just an excuse. That's just an excuse. Bro, I could be dead tired and everything and tell myself, oh, I can't do no push-ups right now. Guarantee, if someone puts a gun to my head and tells me 50 push-ups right now, or you gonna lose your life, I'm gonna do them push-ups. I'm gonna get them done. Like, which that honestly just kind of feeds me into something else. How bad do you really want something? For example, if someone's life is on the line, they'll do anything for their life. So they'll push themselves to things that they would never do before, things they didn't even think they were capable of doing. You ain't really got a limit. It's just how bad you really want it. The more you want something, the more the limitations start to just slip away. Those limitations ain't there no more. So the fact that I want this type of career so badly, I want to influence a bunch of people, I want to actually offer something that is going to help the world, the fact that I want that so badly is the very reason on why I will be consistent, why I will continue to make content, why I will continue to be creative and continue creating things that are going to help the world. But the only way I can actually do that is consistency, because like anything in this world, the more you feed it, the more it grows. Habits. A lot of people like to smoke. A lot of people like to be lustful. Some people like to drink. The only reason they like to do those things is because they did it once or twice as a kid. Fucking most likely as kids usually when it starts childhood, but regardless of that, did it once or twice and you like the feeling of it. So you fed it a couple more times, and the more and more you fed it, it got to a point to where you're like, damn, like now, like I depend on it. Like it's a part of yourself. It's your identity almost. Like it's your ego. Like your habits literally are your ego, aka your self-identity. So when you're feeding something 24/7, it starts to become part of you. It's not you. Don't get that confused. You are not your habits. You are not those things that you have been feeding, but it feels like you are. It feels like you because it's what you're craving now. You've been feeding it for so long that now it's what you crave. And I actually was talking about that in my last video. You are not what you crave, bro. You are like, life doesn't exist within what you crave, but it exists within what you feed. So yeah, you might be craving the wrong things, but that's only because you've been feeding the wrong things for so long. Start feeding the right things and you'll start craving the right things. You have to create a whole new self-identity. You have to actually destroy that old ego, that old way of thinking. Like, matter of fact, just recently, I went on a shroom trip, and it actually, like, it literally completely destroyed my ego and everything, bro. Like, literally broke down my whole self-identity. I was looking at all my habits on why I started them. Bro, I genuinely, like, I ain't even know this. It's crazy to think about, like, for example, with smoking weed and nicotine. I realized why I actually started those habits. Bro, I thought that I started them just for, like, some type of extra feeling, like, just to, like, stimulation, just some type of extra stimulation as a child. I felt like that was why I did it. Bro, it was even deeper than that. I realized it was way deeper than that. I actually started it because my friends that I was hanging around at the time, we all did it for this very reason, smoked with each other and stuff like that because it was a way for us to connect. We'd get high and we'd start feeling emotions with each other and we'd actually start vibing more. We'd smoke together and just start having good times, joking, laughing, shit like that. And that was the real deep reason behind why those habits were actually so rooted into me. That was the root behind why I started it. And honestly, when it comes to letting go of a lot of habits and stuff like that, that's what you need to find out the root of it. And the only way you're going to find out the root of it is by observing that habit and just being like, all right, I'm just going to let go of this. But like, I don't know, man. It's like it's more complicated than that. It's not as simple as I'm making it sound for real, but at the same time, it also is. Because like, it's not you. It's just your identity. You just have to kill that identity. For example, with shrooms. Shrooms is not a cheat code that is going to give you the answers to everything. But I will say this. Like, for example, you can use shrooms and tell yourself, I want to break a bunch of habits. And it will break those habits because it destroys your ego. It starts to destroy your self identity. You start to view things from just pure awareness. You're not viewing things from ego no more. You're viewing things from awareness. But at the same time, if you don't actually want to change, it doesn't matter anyways. Like, yeah, you might destroy your ego overnight. Next day, you don't really have the craving for those things anymore. But for the fact that you really don't want to change that, you're just going to slip back into another toxic ego. You're just going to create more toxic habits. It's just going to go right back into the same cycle. If you actually want to change, it's going to destroy your ego. Now, you don't feel that weight. You don't feel that, like, you don't feel fucking connected to your low habits anymore. So it's like, now you actually know you want to change. It's like, okay, I don't even want to do that. Like, I ain't smoking that shit. I ain't doing that. No, I'm going to do this instead. Like, what? Like, what? I'm literally, like, right now, I am currently rebuilding a new identity for myself. All my old habits are, I'm gone, bro. That is not me. That is not me, bro. I am building my new identity right now. And my new identity is the me that is going to make content every single day, if not every day, at least every other day. Create for the world, show love to people, love myself, and that's what I'm going to do. That is my identity. And honestly, there's nothing more I need to say in this video. Consistency and identity, bro. I don't even know what else to leave it off on it that. Like, y'all get the message, man. I love y'all. Stay up.